So let's create a folder called GraphQL. Inside GraphQL, we will create a file called index.js, a folder called types, another folder will be queries, another folder will be mutations. Now inside types, we will create a file called user.js. Another file will be post.js and another file index.js. Now inside user.js, we will import first GraphQL stuffs. From GraphQL, I will also import post model from models folder and also import post type from post folder in the same directory, and I will export user type, which will be a GraphQL object type. It will have a name field, a description of the type, and fields for the type. This will return an object. The first one will be ID, which is of type ID. We have to put it inside GraphQL non-null. Another field will be email, which is of type string. Another field will be name, which is also of type string. Another field will be post, which is of type list. And we will resolve post based on the user ID. We will get an ID from user type and we will return post with the specific user ID. Now let's create user input type, which will be useful for inserting user. Which will be of GraphQL input object type. Inside it, I will put a name with user input and some description. And it will have fields which will be email of type string, another field called name which is also of type string, now our user type and user input type is ready. We will go to post.js file and also import GraphQL stuffs here from GraphQL. Then I will export post type, which will be of GraphQL object type, and put a name for this type and fields. First one will be ID of type GraphQL ID. Another field will be user ID, which is also of type GraphQL string. Another will be field for title, which is also a string. And another field will be body, which is of type GraphQL string. Now we will create a post input type. I will put a name and description for this type and put a field for this post input type. One will be user ID, which is of type GraphQL string. Another will be title, which is of type string. And another will be body, which is also of type string. Now our post type and post input type are ready. So we will import user type and user input type from user folder and import post type and post input type from post folder, and we will export the object.